I will let you beaver away with that whilst I remind the players who are on court.
Yeah, for Spain, we've got Monica Ramirez with the dark hair and Araceli Senciales wearing the cap for Spain, taking on Kirsty Gray and Anna Linton of England.
Good stuff. And a good start there for England. First side out, has the ball back over to Kirsty Gray. Nice reset work from Gray. Spain losing a little bit of patience. And it was Senciales del Moral who made the error.
We saw Spain's semi-final earlier, Chris. And Senciales and Ramirez were fantastic in their comeback. They turned the tide against the Serbian champions of 2024.
Indeed.
Kirsty Gray goes headhunting, and that hurts. Senciales, who just nods to say she's okay. Helmets are not provided at the European Pickleball Championships.
Just watch this back on the replay.
But if they were, Senciales would love to have one.
Just turned her head at the right time. Clipped her on the ear. Well, more than clipped her on the ear. Hit her full on the ear. Ramirez is forcing that volley wide. And England have opened up a 3-point lead quickly here. But as we've said a couple of times today, Nick, a good start doesn't always necessarily mean you're going to run away with it. But they'll be happier with 3 points on the board than none at all. It's a good drive down the middle from Anna Linton, forcing the error from Erhon. Gray just working her way back to try and level the positions, but unfortunately for her, the ball goes down the middle. Just slight positional issue there for England in that exchange, and Spain capitalised on it by forcing it down the middle. Second serve on Anna Linton. That's a big lob. What a lob from Kirsty Gray. Landed inside the baseline. Great composure. Threw it up there with a bit of topspin. And it landed comfortably inside the baseline of Spain. England 5 points ahead on the second serve here, Nick.
It's a great start for Team England, Chris.
Just one reset needed too many there from Gray. But nevertheless, that's a strong start from Team England. Work for Spain to do in this first game. Of course, best of 3, first to 11 win by 2 in this final.
Spain just finding it difficult to find a rhythm. It was a similar story at the start of the semi-final. We know they've got the ability, Senciales and Ramirez, just not showing it right now, and possible that some tension and nerves might be playing a part in that.
Gray goes for the lob again, has to defend the next one. Linton also defends, but eclipses the net and lands on the English side, meaning that Spain have a point on the board.
It's an interesting shot selection from Kirsty Gray to repeatedly go for this lob, Chris. We'll see if it pays off. She's drawing at the minute with herself.
Yeah.
1-1, lost one.
And the risk with the lob is always the first one working, I find, Nick, because suddenly you think there's another 3 or 4 there when there might not be.
Great defence, Kirsty Gray.
Oh,
Kirsty
well
Gray
played.
turns defence into attack with an impressive counter.
Just Look at this on the replay again, Nick. Powerful volley through the middle from Kirsty Gray. Side out then, only 1 point damage to England in that one. Anna Linton on serve. And Nick, do you think Spain winning the first final of the day so far helps the senior team or puts added pressure on them?
Puts pressure on them, Chris, definitely. They don't want to be the team take away the gold. And look at the fast hands from Monica Ramirez. She's able to dominate on that forehand side this time around. Forces the side out. Can Spain score and mount a comeback? Can't defend that one, Kirsty Gray. And Spain do trouble the scoreboard. And just a note on Kirsty Gray, Chris, her development and progress in the last 12 months has been monumental.
It's been quite fast, hasn't it, Nick?
Yeah.
Very much so. Gone from nowhere to now being in the England team in the space of that year. Incredibly fast development, and finds herself playing for a gold medal here in Rome. Error off the paddle there of Senciales. So Ramirez with the second serve. 3-point difference still.
And the referee called the score. The ball was served by Ramirez, but the English players were not ready. So the referee is going to recall the score, technically providing a little bit of flexibility there for Team England.
Yeah. No real complaint from the Spanish, though, to be honest.
No, not at all. And
maybe now they're wishing they had.
It's the right outcome, and it's a sporting outcome. And common sense from all concerned.
Yeah.
Ooh. Backspin on the ball from Kirsty Gray, misread by Ramirez. She needed to generate more topspin and counter. The slice of Kirsty Gray just didn't get below the height of the ball.
Came through quite flat there. Kirsty Gray does like the slice, doesn't she?
She does indeed, and she's effective at it.
Linton just unable to lift that one enough, so Gray on serve at 6-2. Slightly shorter serve there, Nick. Got a little bit of kick. Forced the error of timing on the return.
Yeah. Just another example, Senciales and Ramirez just not completely settled. And Team Spain have asked for a line call review here. The referee confirms that the ball was out, just checks with the passive line judge. And once again, the refereeing team doing a grand job of ensuring complete accuracy here in the final. That process working nicely.
Gray just getting a little bit jammed there at the non-volley zone. Unable to give herself enough width to guide the ball back.
Team England just too consistent for Team Spain as it currently stands. What a stage, what a setting, what an amphitheatre here, Chris.
Nick, it's amazing, isn't it? We said this last night, but look at it. What a beautiful evening, and something about watching it under floodlights. It's just fantastic. So side out there, Nick. England have the ball back in hand with Anna Linton at 7-2 on 1.
called long again. Ramirez asked the referee, and the call stands. The passive line judge confirms that that was out too.
The passive line judge thought she'd be involved so often in this first game, but doing a fine job.
This time the ball does catch the baseline, and Kirsty Gray fails to pick it up.
Ooh, and that one not coming over enough from Gray, so the serve is handed over to Ramirez.
Uphill battle though, Chris, for the Spanish duo. They've given themselves plenty of work to do. And Linton with a rare error on the forehand volley. Ultra consistent, Anna Linton. Great
Good
speed
attack.
up.
Very good attack from Team England there. Kirsty Gray went, they defended, and then Linton comes through. Good teamwork, good attacking play, and they've moved it over to the second serve for Spain.
Senciales gets the ball in play. That ball just catches the line. It's called out by Spain though. Looked like it caught the line here. Linton confirms it was out. 2 points in a row for Spain.
Just getting a little bit jammed up first time, didn't adjust her ready position after that jamming, and therefore wasn't ready for the second one.
And we mentioned Spain had an uphill battle at 2-8. They're climbing that hill because the gap reduces to just 3 points, but then the serve goes wide. That's a big error, just when they were building some rhythm.
Hand it straight back over to England there. Are they going to be made? No. Gray goes, that's 2 missed serves in a row from Kirsty Gray. Just again, let's get back to that bit of consistency in the game, because you're not going to have to do anything spectacular. Let's just keep the ball in play to begin with. I didn't like the formation there again, Nick. Kirsty at the front, Anna at the back. Always going to be difficult to win the point from there. Quick side out there.
Lovely reset, Senciales. Wow, Senciales. Ramirez. But Anna Linton comes back with more and more each time, and each time a little bit more power is injected into the Franklin X40.
Great defensive work by Spain, but just not enough in the end.
That's a lovely reset once more, and from the transition zone, Spain are starting to impress.
They really are.
Oh! Not quite from the non-volley zone, no. Doing some incredible work mid-court, though, Chris, the Spanish duo.
Yeah, really good to get themselves up to that non-volley zone line, but Linton again just standing strong, kept asking the questions, got the answer she was hoping for.
Crucial non-scoring side out.
Yeah, 2 quick turnarounds there, Nick, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. Can England get a point on the board here, re-establish themselves in the first game of this senior women's final? Yes, they can. Kirsty Gray orchestrating the response. She gets a point on the board for Team England. They're 2 points away from taking the first game.
Oh!
Fortune for Linton, but they'll take it. Linton will definitely mean that apology. She's that type of person.
Yes,
but she'll also be delighted because Gray and Linton have got game points here in Italy, Rome.
Nice change of direction there from Kirsty Gray. Goes to the backhand, forces the error and takes game one, Nick.
Team England, impressive. I feel like there's more to come from the Spanish pair of Senciales and Ramirez. I feel like that towards the back end of that first game, we saw them just moving into their stride a little bit more, particularly in the mid-court, getting used to the nighttime conditions and the tension that comes with playing in a huge final on the grandest stage of all. But Ramirez and Senciales will have more to offer in this second game, a greater level of consistency. We saw unforced errors galore at the start to that first game. They were soon out of their game to a concerning level. Meanwhile, Linton and Gray, more of the same, Chris.
Yeah, most certainly. Now look, we were here this time last night. Anna Linton took the first game in the singles in a similar style. I just hope that we're able, well, from Anna Linton and Kirsty Gray's point of view, they now need to find a way of making sure they stamp their authority early on this second game. Do not give Team Spain any reason to think they can get themselves back into this. The first few exchanges of this second game, I feel, are going to give us a huge indication as to where this is going to go.
Couldn't agree more, Chris. And if Team England do get over the line in this second game, Spain will not win the President's Trophy tonight. It will become an impossibility. So England can keep their hopes alive of retaining that trophy when the attention turns to mixed doubles tomorrow.
Well, although, of course, tomorrow's mixed doubles would still have the individual glory as such, it would be even better if we still had a question mark over who the eventual champions were. So, without just being too patriotic about England, come on, England, for this second game.
Kirsty Gray set herself up nicely. It was a semi-lob to the backhand of Ramirez, and then she had the winning opportunity.
And Kirsty Gray just saying to Rob Williams, the England coach, I couldn't see, whilst pointing up at the floodlights. That's impressive lip reading from a distance by me there, Nick. The floodlights are helping me with my eyes, I can tell you that much.
It's a change of ends, and with that brings about a slight change in environmental features to cope with.
I just went out of the commentary booth, Nick, just to check that the floodlights are the same place on both sides, and they are, in fact, so.
Finesse and touch at its finest for Kirsty Gray.
That was very nice indeed. Lovely touch from Gray.
Slice return. What a reset. Ramirez. Senciales with the lob. Kirsty Gray with the miss volley once more, but keeps it in play. Linton on the attack. Speeds up at Senciales. The first time we've seen either player target Senciales on the speed up, Chris, and it was effective for Team England.
I mean, in fairness, England got out of jail a little bit because that miss volley from Gray could have gone anywhere, but then the minute they were back in that exchange, Linton took control. Good coverage of court, good aggression.
Space between Gray and Linton. Linton not moving swiftly enough into position. Kirsty Gray leaving it to Linton. Definitely a forehand shot, not a backhand one. That second scoring opportunity for England to get off the mark in the second game. Spain need to win this second game to keep their hopes of gold alive. And with shots like that, Senciales, they're going to find it difficult.
England got away with one there, Nick. There was a bit of miscommunication. And then plenty of space missed. It's a nice think from Linton, that one, but good recovery.
Speed up against Senciales again. The Linton versus Senciales speed up is going the way of Team England as it currently stands, and swiftly England back into the lead.
I just love that triangle effect, Nick, where you go in one and you know it's coming back at a certain way and you can come through and play it. It's such a good feeling when that works, and it looked very good from Linton there.
Yeah, left-hand, right-hand triangle by Linton.
That's good from Kirsty Gray, Nick. She looked like she got herself in trouble, but a nice soft backhand volley got her back out of trouble and forces an error. Rob Williams just reminding everyone that Spain should only have one coach round the back. Argument to say that having two coaches there could have actually been more confusing for Spain than having just the one. Mixed messages and all that.
That's been put to bed quickly, and that's a tag. Linton again on the speed up for the third time in this second game. Linton speeds up, catches Ramirez in the midriff area.
Creating that perfect triangle again, Nick. You called it early as a tactic they should be employing in this game, and it is working well. Two bits of recent praise for you there, Nick. Try not to get too big-headed. There's that lob again.
Switch aside, Kirsty Gray can't reset, and they were all at sea. A nice lob from Senciales, causing confusion in the England ranks.
Yeah, Gray is struggling with the lights at that end, isn't she, when the ball goes up?
Linton speeding up and coming up with exactly the same response. Power
so
on for Linton.
Really dominant play from Linton. She is moving through the gears here, but it's still only 3-2. Still nip and tuck on the scoreboard, but it certainly feels like England have got the upper hand.
This time, Kirsty Gray has no problem with the lights at all. Senciales with the pop-up. Kirsty Gray with the pop away.
Senciales seems to be struggling in this game, keeping that reset low enough. Needs to get the ball dropping into the non-volley zone again more frequently. Oh, that's a nice change of direction, Nick.
Into out forehand volley by Ramirez, and Linton just at risk of getting caught behind, and it's a message to Anna Linton that if you're going to come across into the middle, we're going to play in behind you. Yeah. Will it have an impact?
Good bit of thinking there by Spain. Keep Linton honest on that left-hand side. Well, it worked once, but they weren't able to effect it again. Linton still holding that central position. Powerful but accurate finish.
Can't allow Linton to continue to volley this ball.
Just a soft volley there from Gray, goes into the net. And we start to hear the Spanish fans raise their noise levels. There's that lob again, Nick.
Kirsty Gray moves once more. Players have switched. As a result of that lob, Kirsty Gray lobs herself. That catches the baseline, drop it. She drops it beautifully, cross-court slice. Great point construction from Kirsty Gray, the rescue from Linton. But Kirsty Gray replies with a lob of her own. And the cross-court kill, beautiful for Gray. Lob once more, Linton, speed up, response, and it's a ploy that continues to work for Gray and Linton. Gray lobs, Linton drives, England score.
I think we've seen more lobs in this game, Nick, than we've seen in the rest of the matches combined today. And it's working well for both teams, in fairness.
Senciales with a little bit of power of her own.
Just 1 point in this one. It's very close.
We suggested this second game would be a bit closer, didn't we, Chris? At the interjecture after the first game. And it continues to be the case. Just goes long. Senciales seems unsure. The appeal goes to the referee, who confirms the call. Passive line judges doing a great job once more to ensure great accuracy. Second scoring opportunity, Spain. Slice return from Gray causing trouble again, Chris.
Yeah. As we saw yesterday, the later we go, the more effective the slice is. A bit of the moisture starts getting back in the air, and that ball just has that inability to lift as much as it has done in a warmer part of the day. Good play there from Ramirez. Once she's able to actually fully establish at that non-volley zone line, she's able to control her volleys, and she picked off Linton to the backhand side there. Move on to the second serve for England.
Better intent from Kirsty Gray. I wouldn't recommend speeding up in that direction too often, but they definitely needed to get back to injecting some pace into their play.
Yeah, surprise element there for sure.
Slice return this time from Ramirez.
Oh, there's that change of direction again, Nick. Just waited that half beat longer, opened the paddle face, went behind Linton like she did some exchanges ago, and then bought the opportunity to power down the middle. Great bit of play from Ramirez.
service from Linton, and once again, the slower side of this game suiting the Spanish pairings. Playing on the wrong player. Kirsty Gray and Anna Linton are playing on the wrong player.
Yeah.
The opportunity is there. Senciales is 1 meter to 2 meters away from that non-volley zone in her positioning. Got to speed up in that direction if you're Team England.
Absolutely right, Nick. And also Ramirez on a bit of a hot streak in general. So let's have a look at the other player. And there we go. Go to the other player, mistake might come. Spain have got this second game level, and it's 6-6 on 2. England need to do a bit of thinking again.
Ramirez running hot.
Great stretching.
Ramirez running hot, but Senciales is running cold. Got to keep the ball away from Ramirez while she's hitting her hot spot and focus on the player who's going through a frozen spell. Get away with that one, Chris.
Exactly what I was going to say. They got away with that one. They had the opportunity again to go to Senciales, and they left it dangling in the middle. Ramirez got a bit rushed on it. England definitely got out of jail with that point. And we've said this 3 or 4 times in a row, there is enough time there to pick on the currently weaker player. And yet you're allowing the player who's playing well to dictate what happens next. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. And once again,
that makes sense, Chris. That makes sense. And Spain call a timeout because England edging closer to their target of 11 now. That timeout does bring about an opportunity for all 4 players to receive advice from their respective coaches. We can only hope, if you're an England fan, that Rob Williams, their head coach, is giving them the messages that we're trying to portray here in the comms booth. That's fairly obvious to us, Chris. Meanwhile, the Spanish duo, they'll be looking to get forward to that non-volley zone. Senciales needs to make sure she's in the right position, and Ramirez dominating more of the court from that right-hand wing. The softer game definitely suiting the Spanish duo.
Yeah. Spain have got to stay soft, and they've got to stop allowing Linton to come in and attack on that volley. And they've got to do whatever they can to avoid the situation where England can pick on Senciales, if that is the game plan England have realised is going to be the way that gets them over the finishing line here. As we often say, Nick, it's very obvious and easy for us up here from that detached view. But we do have the advantage of having a coach who's that one step back as well. Players can't always see it in the heat of the moment. Hopefully, the input on the sidelines is going to be what is fairly obvious from up here.
Not only a test for the players, a test for the coaches too. Meanwhile, Serbia take the bronze medal in this division. Back to this one.
There's that lob again.
Great redirect by Kirsty Gray, back in behind Senciales. They were playing on Mendes to begin with, but they changed their fortune by going back to Senciales. 3 points the gap now, 2 points for victory. Make that one, because that is third shot drop of the day, cross court by Kirsty Gray It brings up championship points for Team England, for Kirsty Gray and Anna Linton. It's not a Gray moment, it's a gold moment perhaps. And that gold moment comes now. Coach Williams throws his hat aloft. Linton and Gray embrace. Anna Linton, after suffering a heartbreaking loss last evening in the singles, wins the doubles with Kirsty Gray and Team England are successful here in the European Pickleball Championships, Italy, Rome. Chris Beaumont, summarise your thoughts here.
Top performance there by England as we wait for Nick to depart once again to go and have a conversation with our English gold medalist, Anna Linton and Kirsty Gray. Great strategy deployed in the end by England. They realised that if they were to play on Senciales where they could, that was the road to gold. And it is gold that they walk away with. And that also means, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that the end result of who will be European champion of pickleball for 2025 will go into Sunday. England have not just taken gold away from Spain there, they have taken away the opportunity to be crowned overall European champions tonight on day 2. And for the sake of the action tomorrow, that is a great result indeed, because Spain do have 2 more opportunities for gold this evening in both the men's open and men's senior finals, as we just see the final point play out on screen once more, and Linton and Gray hugging in celebration. A wonderful moment for both of those. Anna Linton, very experienced now at the European Championship level, but Kirsty Gray, called up into England's squad for the very first time, will be delighted and proud of the impact she has had. The silver medalist Spain, the pair of Ramirez and Senciales, come over to thank the Spanish crowd for their support and what support they had given them. And the Spanish fans will have more to cheer as the evening continues to progress. I'm just keeping an eye out to see where Nick Hobbs is. Where is my lead commentator? Has he made a slower time? I forgot to set the stopwatch this time, so I cannot tell you whether he's done it in 2 minutes or less. I reckon it's probably more. He's just getting his jacket on. You can just hear the celebratory chat from England over in the far corner of your screen. And very soon, Nick Hobbs will be talking to Anna Linton and Kirsty Gray. So we'll just wait a few more moments and hear how happy Linton and Gray are. Give you a clue, I'm going to go with a minimum of very, maybe very, very happy. They should be. They played ever so well in that final, taking gold 2-0, slowing down Spain's rapid progress today. So, any minute now, Hobbs will be on the hot mic.
Welcome back to Foro Italico, where the women's senior final has just concluded, and it's concluded with success for Team England. It's Anna Linton and Kirsty Gray who get the job done in Italy. And Anna, Kirsty, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You must be over the moon, Kirsty, with that performance. To get a gold medal for your country is an impressive feat.
Oh,
I mean, lost for words, which is unheard of, but to play in this arena, represent your country, wow, just wow, and to play with Anna, just wow. England, it just makes you feel really proud.
And Kirsty, just talk to us about your individual development and progress in the last 12 months. It's been fairly monumental.
Well, I took up pickleball just over a year ago. Yes, I played a few tournaments with my partner. And then I said, somebody told me to go for the England trials, and I got selected. And it's just been like that, but wow, what a sport. And I'm just like, lost for words. It's just brilliant to play. A fun game, but competitive game as well in this community.
And Anna, you're no stranger to success, but what does this one mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. It's so much different when you're playing for your country. I mean, our team's amazing. Claire and Helen are over there, and they all played today.
We all contributed.
Yeah,
We all
Rob's
contributed.
over there. Yeah, so it was a big team effort. And
the support from home to come all this way, we've had massive support, which I think's, in itself, to be supported by everybody but England supporters coming this way.
And finally, Anna, just a quick word on your opponents who come back into that match really well in the second game. It was comfortable in the first game for you, but in the second game, things got a little bit tougher.
yeah, they did, but I think we also sort of settled into a bit more of a game plan in the second game, and we stuck to it and kind of stayed patient and stayed in the dink a little bit longer, and that proved successful.
Well, congratulations to you both. You are gold medalists here at Foro Italico in Italy, Rome. Congratulations to you both.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.